Hello. Hi. We're here with my idol, a very big YouTuber.
Some would say the biggest.
The biggest, Hoplafile? Hop. Just Hop.
Yep.
Yeah, Hop, that's easier. So what we have here is your AK, which is apparently mostly US made.
Yeah, this is a almost 100% American AK. So it's a Palmetto State Armory PSAK 104 American Bastard Builder's Kit. And then we got American furniture, American accessories, American suppressor. And then I forgot to bring Magpoles. So instead I brought Bulgarian plastic mags. So pretend that's a Magpole PMag, and then it would be 100% American AK. Assuming all the companies involved are actually telling the truth about where their stuff is from, American AK.
Okay, and that's your setup for the Moons Out match.
Yeah, I basically tried to make the best night vision AK that I could. I think you've probably experienced it. Like when you start to try to put accessories on an AK, stuff goes wrong really fast. So you put a laser on the rail and now it's blocking your sight. So you get a taller sight. Now you have no cheek weld. So you put a riser on it and everything just keeps building up and up. So this is maybe the only way that I know how to set it up. I kind of copied this from BrassFacts, if I'm being honest. So I've got a super flat laser, which means I can use a low optic, and I don't have to mess with the back end very much at all. That's the theory.
Yeah, I shot it. It shoots really well, and I'm surprised that even with a conventional suppressor, I get zero gas blowback in my face. So this is usually undergassed, or are you using some kind of adjustable gas system?
So yeah, this has no adjustable gas system. I know PSA AKs have a reputation for being undergassed, and maybe on a full-size AKM, I would consider that to be kind of risky. On the 104, I never intend to shoot this thing without the suppressor. I just don't have a direct thread suppressor for it. So if their intention is you're going to shoot this 100% suppressed, then okay, good. They've tuned it in a pretty good way. That's probably not how you should set up an AK. I don't know. You might know better than me. I do have a KNS piston in a PSAK GF5 because I wanted to shoot that suppressed, and all I needed was 1 or 2 clicks. So that AK also undergassed. Putting the KNS piston in, probably unnecessary. Certainly unnecessary in this.
Yeah, well, it honestly, it really depends what you use the rifle for. Like AKs are overgassed with a reason, because that's one part of their reliability. But it's essentially the same with all rifles. If you undergas an AR, you'll have similar issues. If you have a just perfectly tuned rifle for certain load, then you change ammo, or I don't know, like you get some mud or dirt inside, or you're shooting with a suppressor and you don't clean it. Those changing factors will then influence on the reliability in other parts. But yeah, I prefer more like finely tuned rifles. So sometimes I have issues with putting suppressors on an AK. If it's not a flow through, it's just terrible. First, most AKs, like the Russian ones or the Yugoslavian ones, or any other AK that was actually built for military use, they're super overgassed. And then when you put a conventional suppressor on them, they will start to destroy itself at a faster rate than normally. Like there's a lot of wear on the parts, like the bolt carrier is just like slamming into the receiver, and also you're getting so much gas into your face that it's like sometimes it's even unusable. It's just like someone is spraying you with pepper spray.
Yeah, AKs have a lot of leaky parts around the back. People like to imagine that a piston gun will not gas you out because in theory the gas is getting dumped under here. But of course most of the junk is coming out of the chamber, which is where the explosion happens, and then AKs like all these little gaps.
The difference is that, yeah, it is a piston system, but this is a long stroke piston system. So essentially this whole tube here vents the gases from the barrel to here. Just there's a piston inside, but it's not sealing completely. Because what the new short stroke piston system guns use, essentially you have the piston here, and it's separate from the connecting rod. So essentially the gases stop here, and then it's just the connecting rod here, like you get the gases all the way through. And the other part that a lot of people forget, even with short stroke piston systems, yes, the gas from the vents here, from the gas tube, from the gas block, will stay here. But because it's a bit overpressured, the bolt will open just a bit early, and the gases from the barrel with enough back pressure from a can will vent into the receiver. So even if you have an HK416, you will get the gas back with a conventional suppressor. Is that true or I'm lying?
Oh yeah, that's 100% true. Yeah, you can just watch the videos of people shooting 416s, and
Yeah.
you see a huge cloud of gas back here, and that's because where it's it's coming out the ejection port.
Okay, let's go quickly through the accessories. Why the MRO?
It's my good luck charm. It's the MRO HD. Last year, I had right before the match, I had 2 MRO HDs in my inventory. I had my night vision gun set up, ready to go. I took it to the range to confirm 0. I took 3 shots, and the recoil killed my MRO HD. So I really quickly swapped it to my backup MRO HD, but I didn't have time to zero it. Luckily, we're able to zero here where we're staying before the match. So I was good to go, and I did a lot of passive aiming last year, and the MRO HD was adequate. And I was like, you know what? Why mess with success? That was the only thing that worked well for me last year was my MRO HD of all things. So I kept it. Also, it looks kind of cool in a low mount, and it's American.
So you actually like it?
I like it, but I already paid for it. So, yeah, I don't know if I'd buy another one at this point. When I got my other MRO HD back from warranty, I sold it immediately. So I'm down to 1.
Okay, fair. What's this?
The laser is a 3EIR DIRV. It's a lot of letters. You can get these from like US Night Vision or like Arisaka, but it's kind of like a garage company. It's like a guy building them in a garage in Washington, I think. So it's a 3D printed body, but the reason that I used it is because it's extremely low profile. This is like the flattest, lowest profile laser that you can get, aside from maybe a Maul. The Maul hangs off completely to one side. And then there's the Phantom Hill CTF2 and CTF3, which is also pretty low, but not quite this low. This is really flat. So, that's basically, if this is flat enough, then I can use a low optic and still see over the top of the laser, unless I'm using the button, which I found out. But other than that, I think it's a pretty good setup. And yeah, this is exactly what Brassfax did, a DIRV and then a weapon light on the side.
And why Brassfax couldn't come here?
His dog is unwell. She's not doing great.
That sucks. Yeah, I was looking forward to meeting him in person and have a couple of beers. But yeah, that sucks. Okay, so the white light in the, is it the white light?
Yep, that's just a kind of an older, actually not that old. It's a Surefire M340 Pro. So
And it's what, for backup? Like, because you
yeah,
wouldn't use
I
it
don't
to
really
night
intend to
vision?
use the white light all that much since it's a night vision gun. So it's just a small, lightweight light that I already owned. And then yeah, I got a mod button light behind the laser, and then we're just using the onboard fire button of the laser to activate it, because there's really not even with this full-length top rail, there's not a lot of room for switches and lasers at the same time, so kind of keeping it compact.
And what's the suppressor?
Suppressor is a Wolfpack Armory Disruptor 30. Wolfpack's a West Virginia company, and the night match is taking place in West Virginia, so it seemed kind of like a cool idea to bring the suppressor home. And that's just, yeah, it's a very traditional, high back pressure, standard baffle suppressor. This one's kind of like a prototype version, so it has no like flash hiding stuff at the end, and it has a solid end cap. So I think you guys saw it, like it was flashing quite a lot at night. I mean, you can see the flash in the daytime when you were shooting it earlier.
Yeah. Are you sure that that's not that's not maybe baffle strike or something?
I think it has also picked up an end cap strike or a rock strike.
Something, yeah.
It's had a hard life.
No, but essentially, like, I'm still just so surprised that it's I see it's a conventional can, and I see just like welded with a couple of baffles, and I'm surprised that it's so well gassed that I can shoot it normally.
Yeah, when I've shot this unsuppressed, it has been less reliable.
Okay.
And like you can tell from the way it ejects, it's an undergassed gun.
What's with the trigger?
The trigger is a problem.
Yeah.
So this is a PSAK builder's kit. So the gun is sold with no furniture, no trigger. And so the trigger that I used is just the PSA's like builders, AK builders trigger. So their basic trigger. Unfortunately, I think I've got sort of a tolerance or out of spec issue with the trigger pins or the trigger pocket. So this trigger to even work at all, it took a ton of hand fitting. And now that it's mostly working, it still fails to reset sometimes. And that gets worse when the gun gets dirty. The disconnector surface is just, I think it's gritty and I think it's out of position. So it's causing a lot of drag. And yeah, every once in a while you get a trigger fail to reset. You got to.
I did experience just that. And first indication was I tried to shoot it fast because usually AKs are very easy to shoot fast. But the reset here kind of caused me a couple of like trigger freezes where I didn't reset it completely. It was kind of strange. And one of them it failed to reset at all. I had to push it forward and then shoot again.
Yep. I was afraid that was going to happen. So far, it hasn't happened to me during the match, but you know, that was a couple hundred rounds last night, so it's now starting to get dirty. So tonight could be really fun.
This happens when Americans try to build AKs.
Yeah.
What was the other issue? You said you had some issues with the front handguard.
Yep.
This is the Texas Weapon Systems front rail. I actually have very good experience with this, but you have different experience.
Yeah, so I got a complete Texas Weapon Systems package. So this is their dogleg dust cover optics rail and their, I think it's Gen 3 handguard. I installed it, got it all set up, shot maybe 400, 500 rounds through it, and then it started to loosen up on me. So before this trip, I reinstalled it with lots of Vibratite and lots of torque. And then about maybe 3 to 5 rounds into the first stage last night, the handguard loosened up and started to rotate on me. So I shot the rest of the night with just the red dot, and then when we got back, I put just a shitload of extra torque into it. So it seems okay.
So did you use any JB Weld?
Not yet.
There's your problem.
That might be the next step.
No, but that's just speaking seriously. That is an issue with AK rifles. There are so many different models. They have non-standard measurements. The tolerances are all over the place. And yeah, with AKs, usually if you're fitting some kind of accessory to them, usually means that you need to do some gunsmithing with Dremels and hammers. And
yeah, I mean, it could be PSA's fault. Maybe the trunnion is not the right shape. I already know the trigger pin area is not the right shape. It could be my fault because I tried to install it on a side folder AK instead of an AKM style trunnion. Or it could be nobody's fault, you know. Could just be that nature has it out for me.
Cool, awesome. Thank you for this. Good luck with the match. And nice meeting you.
Yeah, appreciate your expert feedback on the American AK market. I know you're impressed.